Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving headfirst into a juicy bit of news: the FDA's impending ban on red dye number 3. It's a roller coaster of regulatory action, potential health risks, and a dash of RFK Jr.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm already picturing frantic food manufacturers scrambling to reformulate their recipes. What's the scoop? Is this a long overdue move, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a bit of both, actually. The FDA's decision to ban red dye number 3, effective January 15, 2027, stems from concerns about its potential link to cancer. There's been research suggesting a correlation, and, the FDA's finally decided to act. It's been a long time coming.
I see. Interesting. So this isn't some knee-jerk reaction? There's actual scientific backing to this, right?
Precisely. The Bloomberg article cites studies linking red dye number 3 to cancer. It's not just some random scare tactic, and, get this, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been a vocal critic of this dye for years, highlighting these very concerns. Talk about a surprising alignment of interests.
RFK Jr.? Wow, that's unexpected. I always thought he was more focused on, other things. But this adds a whole other layer to the story, doesn't it? Makes you wonder how much influence he might have had on this decision. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, right?
That's a great point. It's certainly a fascinating coincidence, or perhaps more than a coincidence. It's hard to say definitively whether his advocacy directly influenced the FDA's decision, but it's undeniably a noteworthy factor in the timeline. The article mentions that Bloomberg had previously reported on the FDA's impending decision, so it wasn't entirely out of the blue.
So what's the impact going to be? I mean, this dye is in tons of products, isn't it?
Absolutely. Think of all the brightly colored cereals, candies, and even some medications that use red dye number 3. The article specifically mentions General Mills and Abbott as companies that might be affected. It's going to be a major shakeup for the food and pharmaceutical industries. Imagine all the reformulation and testing that will be required.
It's a logistical nightmare. And what about the consumers? Are they going to notice a difference? Will things taste different?
That's a great question. I imagine there will be some noticeable changes in the color and perhaps even the taste of certain products. It'll be interesting to see how companies adapt and whether consumers even notice or care. Maybe this will lead to a greater demand for natural food colorings. Who knows?
It'll be a fascinating case study in consumer behavior and corporate adaptation. This whole situation is a perfect example of how seemingly small things, like a food dye, can have wide-ranging implications.
Exactly. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Bytes and News. Remember to stay informed and keep those critical thinking skills sharp. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.